Well, good morning. It's day two of the reboot. Day two of 100 Days Reboot. Now, I got to tell you, give you a little perspective. I bet you I already have about 200 days into this. Okay. And what the 200 days was all about, at first, it started out, building a foundation, building a business, generating the revenue, specifically to what my goals were, specifically to what my vision was. And what I found is that I would set these, uh, shall we say, segment tasks up. How many prospecting calls I was going to do within a particular 2 or 3 hour period, how many follow up calls I was going to do within a particular 2 to 3 hour period, how many emails I would send, this, list, numbers, numbers, numbers. And I found out that I wasn't achieving the results that I actually expected, from a mathematical viewpoint, going back on the historical perspective, conversion ratios, cold call to lead, lead to hot lead to sale, that kind of thing. And what I found was that my fucking CRs suck. My conversion ratios, they were horrible. I mean, they were worse than they ever were. And I couldn't understand why. I was like, why is this? And did I lose it? Maybe, did people change? Did the world change? Did the system of sales change? And then I thought to myself, I think, the world's a little different. I mean, the temperature out there is a little different on many levels, but still at the end of the day, people are people, And so I thought to myself, something going on here. Then I found myself resisting a lot of things in my life. And I also found myself the things that I was, shall we say, attracted to in terms of less than optimal habit patterns, like, cocktails, that kind of thing. Netflixing on the couch versus hitting the gym. you understand what I'm saying. I found that those things weren't becoming attractive to me either. And then, so I thought to myself, man, what is up with my universe? And it just became clear to me recently that the identity that I was living in the past, okay, that identity would no longer serve me. I didn't see that identity as something good or bad. I just saw it for what it was, an identity. Kind of like who I think I am versus who I truly am. So that's one of the biggest struggles that we have in life as human beings. We develop this persona of who we think we are, and we start living according to that identity. But yet there's this whole other identity within ourselves. This identity that is truly capable of anything, that is truly infinite in terms of possibility, that is even eternal, if you will. For me, it's called a soul identity. And, I thought to myself, soul identity, SOUL. And then I thought to myself, soul, SOLE identity, meaning that anything other than this particular soul, SOLE, aka SOUL identity that exists within me is an illusion. It's a reflection. It's a construct, a human construct, if you will, of who I've been either conditioned to be or allowed myself to be conditioned or conditioned myself to be over the course of days, weeks, months, and years. And I woke up to this at the age of 68, believe it or not. And but what I find is that most people never ever really wake up to it. So at any rate, today's day two, 3:51 a.m. I was suited up, shall we say, ready to hit not the street today, but we're going to hit the desk today because we got a whole lot of work to do on the phone, with the emails, with the texts. We got a whole lot of work to do behind the computer, setting up the remainder of the days for this first, shall we say, phase of the season. This first aspect of the season, which was probably somewhere between 20 and 40 days. Instead of adhering strictly to a timeline, I've decided to adhere strictly to what my voices inside of me are telling me. So that's what we're doing moving forward. I'll keep you posted throughout the day. Stay well. Have a good one. I hope you're following me. This is going to be fun. We're going to get this done. 100 days, million, not a year, a month. Whoa, can I do it? Bigger question, will I do it?